it. Welcome back, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Back into the CA Corvette today, and today is going to be a very fun and interesting day because, as many of you know, we have a brand new Corvette coming in, that being the C8R Edition 2022 Coupe Chevrolet Corvette, and I'm so excited about it. It's basically this same car, but then brought up to commemorate the C8R race car, the championship that it won, because as you know, the first ever made it to Corvette won the GTLM series. So that is insane. It beat Ferrari and so many other brands. So that being said, I mean, they just had to make this version to commemorate it. It's limited to just 1,000, and we were lucky enough to get a hold of an allocation. So next thing you know, we got the car coming, and it's been built. I mean, it's built right now in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So we're gonna have the car probably, let's see, if it's built now, it's in code status, I believe 4B00. So that is bayed and or queued for quality control. It should go through it pretty quickly, at least quicker than my original, this CA Corvette went through it, because I got this car right before the production stopped and the whole shutdown was happening with GM. It was right in middle of March, I believe, of 2020, and we lucked out. We got the car, museum delivery, everything. So flash forward, we've had so much fun with it, and I'm gonna miss it so much. I love the red accents everywhere with the interior, even the red pinstripe right here in the steering wheel. This car changed my life. You know, this car got me into mid-engine vehicles, and ever since I got this car, this is why I bought the McLaren, because I just got hooked on the actual platform, the way this style engine layout feels, especially on the racetrack. This car has been everywhere. This car basically showed the whole world what the C8 Corvette can do on the racetrack. I mean, no one else was tracking this car. We were the first early adopters, and you can go back and check out all those videos. I mean, tons of news articles from Car and Driver, Road and Track, Motor One, everywhere, talking about us tracking this car against like a GT3 RS and everywhere. We went to Willow Springs, Laguna Seca, Chuckwalla, where else? We've been to Spring Mountain. The list just keeps going on and on. Button Willow Raceway, everywhere. So this car has been amazing to me. It's blown me away, and I'm sad to say I have to sell it for the new one coming in, but it makes sense. You know, I'm a track enthusiast. I love going to the racetrack. This car is built on so much racing heritage. It's got to go at least for the new vehicle coming out, the C8R Edition. So it's not like I'm losing out, really, but here's the catch. Here's the problem. Since the car is already built and it's almost ready to ship, I need to sell this car pretty quickly. I've basically reached out to dealerships all throughout, like San Diego, for example, and I've had this car listed for sale online, and it's not really gotten the feedback that I've really wanted. And you know what? Let me put that thought on pause. I'm not saying I want crazy money for this car. I just would want someone to, you know, consider it, right? And the thing about it is that since the car has 25,000 miles, it's been really hard to sell it. I'm getting messages from people all over the country going like, I'll give you 60 grand. I'll give you 72. It's only worth 70 grand. No, it's not. It's not worth less than a 1LT. This is a 2LT maxed out version with competition seats. So, no, I'm not buying that. You're not going to lowball me. I just want to find a good deal for this car, and I don't want some crazy, you know, I don't want to make tons of money off it. I've enjoyed the vehicle, yes, and I just want a fair price. Let me pull over here real quick. Now this is a nice area to pull off on. So we're right next to the freeway right here. Wow, look how good it looks in the sun. I mean, the red paint job, I'm gonna miss it. So our new car is gonna be yellow, accelerate yellow, like the number 3 race car that won. Well, that car also got, I think, like second place at Le Mans, or second or third, something like that. Anyways, though, yellows can be so different than our red, as you can see, because our red is like the American Ferrari. I've said it a million times, haven't I? I always say that. Red is the American Ferrari for a CA Corvette. Well, what is yellow gonna be like? Please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about it. It's gonna have pretty cool stripes and stuff all throughout the vehicle. I'm just pretty pumped because we're just changing it up, you know? However, I'm really going to miss the red accents in the interior, because it pops, especially from the outside, as you can see right here. Look at the red pinstriping all throughout the vehicle with the red stitching and then the suede on the steering wheel and the competition sport bucket seats. This spec was perfect, and one major difference we're gonna have with the new C8R is that the rear wing is not gonna be painted to match the vehicle. It's gonna be finished in black, so we're gonna have some pretty cool black accents all throughout. One big thing I wish the new C8R actually had was red mirrors, because the actual C8R race car has red infrared mirrors, but I understand why they went down this route. We've gone everywhere in this car. I mean, museum delivery, got it in Kentucky, did a cross-country road trip unlike anything else, stopped by amazing national parks all throughout the journey. I know so many of you who have gotten Corvettes have done similar things. I stopped by the Grand Canyon with it, also a Pikes Peak in the snow when the car is brand new. Less than a week, I think actually a week later after getting the car, we went to the racetrack, Willow Springs. We got the track camber to completely dial it in, right? With the Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2 tires. We showed you how to use launch control, and we even found a drag strip in the middle of the backcountry during our cross-country road trip that was basically open to the public on the street. We just drove right on and tested out launch control. And on that cross-country journey, you won't believe how many people walked up to me just in shock going, is that the new Corvette? Because this was right when the car first came out. You know, no one had them, and everyone was so excited about it, and I just smiled everywhere I went because people, they love to see it. Now getting this car 2.5 years later, right? Because this is basically, it's a 2020 model year, right? We've gotten 2021s that have been out. Now we're on 2022. So this is like, yeah, the 3rd year into the production. It's been that long already. We still don't have the Z06 yet, but that's 2023. So that's gonna be a really cool car. I still plan on getting the Z06. This car, I'm gonna miss it. So here's the game plan. I saw a pretty funny video online of someone taking this car to a CarMax, and they were offered like $60-something thousand. I just want to see, because the market has been going straight up the market value of these cars, I want to see what CarMax would offer for this vehicle, because the dealerships, you know, they're offering me not basically anything for it because they're saying the miles. I get really funny comments here, and there are messages reaching out to me via email or DM going, I'll give you 70 grand, I'll give you 64 grand. I've even got guys to go saying, I'll trade you a Honda Civic and a Ford Explorer. What are you talking about? I want to take that. Anyways, I want to stop by CarMax just to see what they'd offer me. It's fun because many of you might be in the same boat and you don't want to sell a car privately because it can be a hassle sometimes, or you want to sell it now. Anyways, let's go to CarMax. Well, the funniest thing just happened. We've got another C8 Corvette right there, just randomly pulled up right next to us while I was shooting this quick bit. Look at that C8 Corvette right there. It's finished in silver. What the heck? What are the odds? Usually I see on average about 4 C8s a day driving around. 26,000 for 2021 and then 20,000 for 2020. So they've made a lot of C8 Corvettes already. Now I'm not gonna let anyone test drive it, and I'm told that they don't need to as long as it has a warranty, so we're good there. I wouldn't want to, you know, hand the keys to some random person and go joyride, and that'd be so crazy. In a weird way, I feel like I'm stalling. I just don't want to sell this car. That's why I'm probably stopping by CarMax here today. I just want to give you guys a reason why I haven't sold the car yet. No, I'm gonna miss it so much. I honestly love this car. Now, okay, here's it. I'm gonna throw out some wild guesses because this is gonna be a great comedy bit, depending on what they say. Okay, and I know a lot of you would be wondering what a 25,000 mile C8 Corvette that is it's seen its fair share of being driven. I'd say a 25,000 mile 2020 C8 Corvette Z51 Coupe with 2LT. What would that go for? At a place like CarMax? Place your bets down below in the comment section because I'm not going to reveal it in this video. Or will I? You'll have to find out shortly. I'm going to say $60,000 to $65,000. I would never take that, but because I've seen videos online of them offering 60-something thousand for C8s that have like no miles. Here we are, CarMax. Let's see what they offer, guys. How does this work? I think you just walk in, you say you want to be appraised, and then they just check out the vehicle probably, and then from there they tell you what's going on. Alrighty, let's do this, guys. Let's see what they offer. Oh my gosh, you guys aren't gonna believe this one. So let's hop inside the car because we gotta go over this. All right, and we made it back. You know what? It's really hot in here. Let me turn on the vehicle. Took about an hour and a half. Let's put my seat back again. Wow. So you know what, guys? I'm in shock. I'm in shock right now. If you were to guess how much money they offered for our C8 Corvette right here, 25,000 miles. What would you think? You know, this car's been everywhere. It doesn't have PPF, so it's got some nicks here and there, you know. McLaren's got PPF, so did our Blue 500. But anyways, this car does not have PPF on it. So it's got some, you know, chips here and there. So it's, you know, driven 25,000 miles as the car says. Now, in general, I don't know what to think right now because I did not expect this. So please, don't spoil it, guys. In the comment section down below, don't spoil it. I want to build up the hype, the anticipation on this one because it has shocked me. I got the paper right here. It says offer is good for 7 days. Now again, I paid MSRP. You're thinking what, like 65,000? Maybe even like the craziest lowball on the planet, 50,000? But I should really stop the smiling because it's quite embarrassing, the value that they offered for it. It's really embarrassing, guys. It's bad. It's really bad. Let me flip it over for you. $85,000. That is more money than I paid MSRP. I paid 82 grand, and this is $3,000 above sticker price. This is a markup. They offered $85,000 for a C8 Corvette that has 25,000 miles. And I know some guys would go like, well, I got that for a 1LT I sold. Well, again, this is 25,000 miles, and this is a 2-year-old car, and I paid less than that. That's all I care about. That means if I take this deal right now, I would be making money, and I drove this car for free, essentially, for the past 2 years, except for gas and so forth, but $85,000. That is insane. As you can see, it says features considered. Let's try to get the light on that. So the whole car checks out from them. They said the tires, everything looks good with it because the car is in great condition, this car. I take care of my cars. If you look online from CarMax, all their Corvettes are like basically $100,000. So they'll probably mark this up like 95, 94, but I'm fine with it. You know that? Because if I sold it now, that's instant cash, you know, and I can just go just transfer that over for the C8R. Hats off to you, Chevrolet. Hats off to you, because if you buy a C8 Corvette right now, the car is literally gold. It's like stocks. It's holding its value, and for me, basically, I just made money off this car if I were to sell it right now. And I don't know, guys. What do you think? Should we do it? The prices are really high right now. Everything's going great. And if the new Z06 gets revealed in a month from now, our owner's going to start unloading their C8 Corvettes to get a Z06 in the future. And is that going to drive prices down? There's already hundreds of them for sale online. Hundreds, like 400 or 500 of them. So there's a lot of supply, but it still seems like the price is high. On the news, it said this was one of the best resale value cars ever. And flash forward, well, I ended up going through with it because, as many of you know, we've got a second C8 Corvette coming in about maybe 2 weeks from now. I don't know, but I'm very pumped about it. It's the same car we have, but even better. Better interior. Also, it's based on the C8R race car. So it's one of those things where basically, you can buy one of these cars right now, like I did, and sell it for more money than you actually paid for it. So again, the C8, it's such an amazing vehicle, you know, it's like stocks. Chevrolet has created a car that is so widely in demand. Everyone wants to get one, that they're holding their value and even going up. So this is a car you can drive, put 20-something thousand miles on like I did, and then to sell for more money. So for the extra thousands of dollars I'll be making off this sale, I can buy a new camera. I don't know, anything. I'm very excited about it. Though at the same time, I'm very emotional right now. I don't want to see it go. I keep like backtracking, going like, I'm gonna walk in, I want to cancel it. but I'm realizing to myself, like, what am I gonna do, cancel it? We have a C8R coming in, you know, I can't cancel that car, and I do want the C8R. And in general, this is not gonna be a collector's piece for me. I'm not a car collector. They've made tens of thousands of these now, right? So I'm buying the Z06 in the future, so I wanna keep just moving my way through them. So I just can't look at it like, you know, I'm gonna have it for the rest of my life, because I'm not one of those kind of, you know, people. I like to, you know, have fun, go on these crazy journeys, experience these new cars, and move on to the next one. Except some I do keep. You only live once, you know, and in general, I'm gonna miss this car. Okay, buddy, I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you. You've done perfect. You've been bulletproof this entire time. You were my first ever mid-engine vehicle, and you've blown me away. This is basically the most reliable car I've ever had. Off to a new life. Hope you have a great journey ahead of you. Get ready, guys, for the next C8, the Accelerate yellow one.